Welcome back to Let's Play Fallen Enchantress Legendary Heroes The Beginning. Last episode I showed you how to create a race and how to create a sovereign, and now we're in a world. That's how it looks. What is where? Well, in the top left corner we have the actual year. We have our money, our income. You see we have no income whatsoever at the moment. We have no town. Our research, we have no research. Our fame, we have no fame. Our mana, we have mana, and we get mana because we have a spellcasting hero, so we get 2 mana a turn. We see our units. We can put it there, this plus into a minus, to see what he has with himself. Here we see an image of our hero himself, his movement, his attack, his defense, and his hit points. But this is of the entire group. If we want to see them for themselves, we can simply click on them like this. If we want to see more information, just click on details. Then you see his stats. More to the stats later. You see we have no dodge, we have no spell damage, we have no lightning resist, we have no poison resist, no armor piercing, our crit chance is terrible, no fire resistance. Well, we are very good at spell mastering because of our brilliancy. Accuracy is normal, initiative is, well, not that bad. Spell resist is quite terrible, but that's how it is. Code resist we have not. Attack, obviously, our spells and abilities. You can just put the cursor over them and you see what we can do. Our equipment, well, we have our axe. And our traits. That's our minor traits. Later on we will get a profession, and then we got more traits. This is a skill tree, you could say. You know this from Diablo, for example. Once we level up, we get points, and then we can pick this, the ones we need. So, our troops, as for the same, but they have no equipment and no traits. They have just themselves. You see, they are carrying some items that was given to them when they are constructed. The militia only has a club. Well, we have to live with that. And you see there are 3 of them. 1 of me, 3 of them. If you develop better technologies, the groups can become bigger. 5, 8, 10, and so on. And so they become more powerful, of course. So we can tell them to guard, to pass, we can rename them, and we can disband them. So, that brings us over here. That is our minimap. You know that from StarCraft, for example. We can look at our kingdom info. Well, there's not that much at the moment. We know no other factions. We have no cities. We're not quietly researching because we have no town. These are the units that we have, that we can build, that we have designed. More to that later. We can cast spells. City spells, unit spells, or all spells. We have a faction power of 3, no wonder we have no town. We have a tax rate. At the moment that's of no use because we have no town. And we're researching civics. We'll change that later on. And we'll change that to sorcery. Why? I'm playing an essence build. What does that mean? You see, there are a lot of things on our main screen. The green, brown and blue things mean you can settle here. Where there's no such thing, you cannot settle. The numbers are different. The higher the better. Food, the green thing, tells you when you build your city here, you can grow bigger than when you build your city here, for example. Every point of food can only support a limited number of citizens. So the higher the number, the more citizens your city can have. As your troops level up when they gain experience, your cities level up when they gain population. So if you want a big city, powerful city with many extras, you'll have to take this point to get as much food as you can. You get materials. That's how fast your city will produce things. Think of civilization, the hammers. It's mainly the same thing. And the blue thing, you see the numbers here are not very high. There are even some without that. This is essence. Essence is, you can say, the source of your power, mana, for example. But it can do much more. Essence can be used for a lot of things. I will show you that in a second. Well, the best place for us is to settle here, because this has the highest essence power, and that's what we're going to do. Always remember, right click to move somewhere, left click to look at something. For example, don't right click this, guys, because then we will move there and we do not want that. We can left click then, and then we see the enemies. These are 5 groups of rock spiders. They're beasts, so we can control them in theory. Given we have 40 mana, we have 80, but that will decrease very swift because we're going to cast a lot of things. And they're weak. They have a special frail. These guys level up, so if you wait long enough, there'll be bigger spiders after time, and bigger spiders, and so on. And they will reproduce, so there will be more spiders if you wait too long. You have special resources here, for example, grain. If you build that there, your city get +1. For example, if you build your city here, 5, and you harvest that, you've got 6 food around. This is a fire chart. This is a life chart. If you have the according spell book, you can get extra mana and extra spell power from here. For example, if we are fire casters and we develop this fire chart, we will do more fire damage with our spells. We want to go there, so we click there and move there. And it reveals they're crystals. Hooray! We can use that for production of magical items that we can produce ourselves. We see the ruffians. They're not that strong. 18 hit points altogether, 6 per man, so no problem. Attack 12 altogether, so they're pretty bad. Look at this. They have crude spears, no real good weapon. Terrible life points, terrible attack, no defense to speak on. That is a completely different matter. This is an augury. An augury knows how to hit people, knows how to take damage, knows to defend himself, has a club, a crude club, well, but who cares? He can knock your throne. He's very vulnerable to magic. He's very inaccurate. No wonder, look at these eyes. He can't see anything. And he's very tough. He's got his friend with him. And look at this. Never gets counted. Can knock enemies back. Can bash other people around and down, and can charge. And he's a beast. We can control him if we're lucky. At the moment we're not going to attack them. These are wolves. Timber walks, to be specific. They have swarm, so if they surround you, and they will because they are damn fast with 4 movement, they will do extra damage for every unit that surrounds you. Endurance, more hit points per level, and counterattack. These are also beasts and also quite powerful. We'll need them later on. So, we've done all we can at the moment. I've disabled auto turn. You might notice these little things with the green boxes. These are treasures. You can go there and you can find nice items. It's very important in the beginning to run around and collect them all before the enemy collects them. So, we make a turn. You see the time passes on. We are on our turn again and we move here. Hooray! And now we will settle and build our own city, our own first city. Always remember, you only get the bonuses for the hacks where you build your town. We're not getting this and this and this and this and this, even if we control that. Only the numbers in the hacks where in the square where you found your city are counted for your city. So pick the best, ignore the rest. One more thing about picking a starting position. It has taken me some time to find this starting position, but finding a starting position is like finding a wife. Don't go for the second best, take your time. You will be with it for a long time. And pray to the gods that the girls don't do the same, because then most of our people will be, well, alone for the rest of your life, and someone like Brad Pitt would have about 100 wives. So, we settle here. And hurrah! Isn't that wonderful? All the light, all the green. Yeah, crap. So, that's our kingdom. You see? No construction. So, first of all, we need to construct something. What can we do in our city? Let's have a look at our city. It has 4 slots for spells, because we have 4 essence. If we've got no essence, we cannot boost this town magically. If we have only 1 essence, we can only boost it with 1 spell. So that's so important to get a lot of essence for your town. You see here, village 30. At 50, they get a new level. It levels up and it gets special abilities, and you can choose something extra for your town, in which direction it should develop. Well, and it cannot have more than 50 at the moment, because we do not have much food. We have the choice between essence and food, and we choose the place with the best essence. Well, we have 50 essence, 50 food, 25 per food point. We have 2 food points, so 50 is our limit. So 50 population is the maximum we can have at the moment. No mana at the moment, 1 research. Your beginning town always gives 1 research. No guilders, because we have no taxes. Unrest 30%. The higher the unrest, the lower the production and the research. Growth, we grow by 1 each turn. And we have 20 hammers, 20.9 hammers per turn to build things. So, what can we build? We can build different kinds of buildings. The more we research, the more we can build. We can build a cleric, good for unrest and gives us a little bit fame. And it leads to a shrine, even more fame, even less unrest, or a temple of essence. We get mana per essence. Read that, mana per essence. So we get 4 mana, where others get only 2, 1 or no mana. A merchant, more guilder per season. A monument, which will give us a zone of control. We get that later on automatically, so no need for that now. A guardian shrine, we do not have the technology, and we do not have crystals at the moment, because having this in our zone of control does not mean that we have the crystals. We must harvest them, and therefore we must build a mine there that we do not have. A scrying pool, plus 1's essence, so we get 1 more essence here, see that? Then we have 5, isn't that marvelous? Study! Research per season, plus 1, leads to school, nice. College, nice. University, nice. Tower of Domination, plus 1 growth, wonderful. Negates unrest penalties for the amount of unrest in your empires, wonderful. Plus 10 fame. With 3 fame we will get our first hero, so that's just marvelous. And we can produce nothing and just produce research. Well, we do not do that. We build a Tower of Domination. We could also decide not to build anything, but to train troops. See the building times for the troops? Let's think of the following. Let's assume we do not want any of this. We want to design our own. You see here, party 3, group 4, squad 5, company 6 troopers. But you have to research that. At the moment we do not have that. I want to design. So, I want them to get off. Let's say we want our own new troop. So I say new. Then I ask, what weapon should she wear? Our new troop is. Problem is, we do not have the technology for very special weapons. We do not have the technology for good armor. We only have the technology for 1 special magical item for our troops. We can choose how she should look, or him. Can make male also. And we can give him traits. See this? No movement penalty in forest, swamps or hills. That costs, but we could have taken that with our race creation, and it would have cost us 1 race point, and you get this here for only 4 production costs, 4 hammers, and that's a good price. There are a lot of different abilities, and we can get more of these abilities if we research them. So, wonderful creation. It's like Masters of Orion. Ship creation, you can create items, units here. Well, details, we already got that. We could rename it, or we can raise it. Well, we got no reason. So that's our first city, and we're building our Tower of Domination. 8 turns, and now look and learn. I click on spells. I want my city spells. I want to cast Enchanted Hammers for 10 mana. Gives us 1 hammer more. So, now it's only 6 turns. Isn't that wonderful? Then we cast Inspiration. At the moment it takes us 58 seasons to develop that. Inspiration. And we are at 29 seasons. At the moment it takes us, well, a lot of turns, 30 turns to level up. 20 turns to level up, because we only get 1 growth per turn. With this, we'll do that 3 times faster. Isn't that wonderful? And last but not least, look at our mana. We've got 2 mana per turn. We cast Meditation. And we get 6 mana per turn. And now comes the clue. Now listen very closely. You are still on my train of thought. Follow my train of thought to the following. We build an Alchemist. Next building. 1 mana per essence means 4 mana more per turn. 1 research per essence means 4 research more per turn. Then we go for Arcane Mastery. Just the same. 1 material per essence, 4 more materials. 1 research per essence, 4 more research. 4 more mana. Wonderful. And this just takes us to our first world achievement. It's like a world wonders in civilization. The Great Wall, or the pyramids, or the light tower of Alexandria. Well, see that? World achievement, 1 fame per season. And this, 1 mana per essence, even more essence, even more mana. And then we go to Baron's Letters, 100 fame. And the Adventurous Guilds, 1 season, 1 fame per season. Can you follow my train of thought? Do you know what we have in mind, what we're planning? Is it a marvelous plan or is it not? I bet it is. So, one more thing, when we are in our own occupation zone, we can shop. We can buy items. At the moment we have not researched much, so we cannot buy much. So, that's pretty much it. Salt for my hit points, a club, and a staff. That's not quite wonderful, but, well, so is it. We're not going to attack the Timberwolves, because we do not have the mana to recruit them. It costs 40 mana to recruit a beast. So first we attack the ruffians. Just for starters, as for test. So we have cast everything we can. We will not cast anything on ourselves, because we do not have the mana for it. We must keep our mana together to get +1 mana as fast as possible. These guys are now in the occupation zone, or zone of control of our city. So they might be driven away, and then they're running free, and then you can bet your ass off that they will be after us every second. So let's hope the best. I don't want I want mastery, no, sorcery. Thank you. So let's turn. So he tells me, hey, here's a fire chart you can build, and there is a crystal crack you can build on, and there are enemies in your territory. Well, we ignore them for the moment. We have no time for them at the moment. So let's attack the Ruffians army and show you the battle. We can auto-battle, or we can battle ourselves. It says us how many units do we have, how many do they have. We have 3, 3, 1, means 7, they have 1, 1, 1, 3. We have a combined attack of 41, they have a combined attack of 12. We have a combined defense of 1, because he's wearing an armor, and they have none. We're both weak. Well, we battle them. So, we could spark at them. You know, that's the special of our people. Why did I pick that? Because there are some targets that are immune to physical damage, and then we will be very happy to have a magic attack with every unit that we have. So even our settlers can fire this, because they are members of our race. We have this impale, because they are having spears. So if they all move in one direction forward and we go here, we can punch through 2 of them without problems. So, you see here the number who is going to act when he's going to act. We're doing nothing, just let them come. Always remember, right click to move somewhere. Here they come. So, these guys can move there. And we make our first attack, and we make it a crushing blow to take them down once and for all. That was not that effective. So, we could move here. Why? Because then they are helping us. Whenever 2 units are ejected to 1 enemy unit, you get a bonus. See? They are both attacked at once. So, we move here, and now we use our special ability Cleave and try to hit 2 of them at once. It says 81% chance to hit, and we're doing 2 to 4 damage. Let's hit them. We dodge, they dodge, we dodge. Wonderful. They're dazed because when you use this club, this super strike ability, you lose 1 turn. That's the reason I do not like clubs normally. We move here, and then we use our impale on them. You see, now we're hitting them both. Wonderful hit. By the book, I might say. We get experiment points. Wonderful. We get Gildar, the money here. Wonderful. And they're dead, and we can now loot their camp. You see the numbers red? We're losing income. Why? Because we have tax rate negative to get as much research as possible, and our troops cost money. Well, they're not the best troops around, so their money is not. He's costing 0.7 gold, and he's costing, well, if my math is right, 0.4. Yes, he is, but it's still money. We move in their camp, and what did we find? Fame. Very important, because more fame we have, the more heroes we'll get. And we find a Praeden wine. Well, let's have a look what that is. Increases dodge by 1, and it works permanently, so let's drink it. Hooray! We've got dodge! And then we're off for the spiders. Next turn. Move it! You see, they're running away because we have their lair in our zone of control. They will now running around harassing us. This is dangerous, trust me. These guys are pretty mean if they go too near to us. So, you see they have a very high defense because every one of them has a defense. They have very little hit points but a good defense. Let's beat them. Oh. By the way, that's the reason I don't like crossbows or ranged weapons. Simply because the possibility is too high that the enemy starts randomly in so close to your own position that you cannot use that. Good thing is they have no taking abilities. Wonderful. And they're dead. Oh, they killed one of our men. No problem. They will rise again. Well, oh crap. Thanks to backswing. That's the reason I'm using an axe. As long as people don't die, level up! As long as people don't die, they can regain their health, and then the people are standing back up. Oh, we found a spider venom sac. That's quite good. And 8 Gildar. And that's it. We're leveled up so we can choose our profession, our path. Warrior, mage, commander, defender, assassin. We are mages. We're essence guys. We're casting. We are the leader. We are the commander. We choose mage. What does that mean? Let's go to trade. Next time we level up, we get a point, and then we can invest it on this. And then we can decide where we want to go. Do we want to be a summoner? Do we want to be a damage dealer with spells? What do we want? We get it all here. So, look what we find. Improves your spell resistance. That's fine, because our spell resistance is just terrible. Now it's still terrible, but not that terrible anymore. And I think we should equip the spider sac. That means we do 1 poison damage. That could make a difference. So, we're done for the moment. I'll save, and we'll see each other next time. Let me make a save. So, until then, bye.